Welcome back, everybody, to Maybe It's Me. My name is Jazz, and today I'm with two very special guests. I am with Shanon and Jocelyn from the Real Friends Pod. Hi,
hello, everybody.
Yes. Now, before we begin, of course, I would like you guys to, of course, tell my audience, how did you guys meet? What made you come up with the Real Friends Pod? And for you, what is a real friend?
Oh, I'll let Shanon start because I feel like I'm always leading
telling
the
the story, right?
Yeah,
So we actually came up with it. It was her idea. She actually introduced it to me at my birthday party, my 36th birthday party. And, of course, we're friends, so it didn't even matter what it was. I'm like, let's do it. The next day,
she would do it.
and we'll do it. What we ounces or pounds? What we doing? And so...
before we, really quick, so what kind of drugs are we talking? So if it was like coke, right? Because I saw this video where this guy had cocaine in his, literally built into his suitcase. He's in Peru. The Peruvian officers are opening up his suitcase with a box cutter, pulling the whole thing out. Is that going to be you?
I call that creative.
I think it'll probably be her.
That's true. I'm very much an innovative thinker.
Yeah.
That would probably be idea.
I mean, I'm not allowed to talk about that on the podcast.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
She's like, no, because I was literally about to be like, so you serve this country and you would serve crack. That's good to know.
Oh my God.
Whatever I got to do to get into it.
We might have to cut that part out. You're done with the military.
I'm finished.
Now.
And done it all.
Everything's hilarious. But yeah, so she introduced it to me at my birthday party the very next day. We did a brunch and we went over everything, and it was just it's a go. From there, it was a go from there. And we've been friends for over 20 years now.
We met in high school.
Yeah.
Oh my God, so how did it... It's just the way that you saw it. I just wanted to know, what was it
It's a long time having to deal with somebody.
What's your sign?
Like that. I'm an Aries.
What's your sign?
I'm a Gemini. You get double the fun, girl.
She's a Gemini.
You get double the fun.
Do you feel
you
my
pain?
But do you see why...
Did you look how you just... But do you even say that?
But Shanon, do you see why I mentioned hoochie daddies earlier? I just hear me out. Because
she would be perfect, right?
Man, listen.
I definitely bring my gun where I go.
Booty, you need to call Jocelyn right now.
And I'll leave my gun at home.
Don't
even worry about it.
She might not get the tattoo because...
It depends on where it's at. If I can cover it up.
For the trip to Jamaica, you gonna do it?
I get 2 tickets, right?
She already planned about the trip.
Who you bringing?
Let's move on to it.
All right, great. So y'all been friends for 20 years. Yeah. Now, in the span of those 20 years, what's the worst fight you guys ever had?
I don't think we fought that much. We get on each other's nerves.
Yeah, we've never had an actual fault or fallout or anything like that. Yeah, like she said, we'll get on each other's nerves. Yeah, and we'll tell each other off. But that's it. Once I say what I say and she says what she says, that's it.
Oh, so y'all are just y'all in it for life. I love it.
We're pretty synced up. We know when to give each other space.
We're so much alike sometimes. Yeah.
So if she doing too much, I'm like, I'm gonna give her some space. She doing too fucking much.
Have y'all ever synced up? Periods?
Probably.
I don't think so because we've never been really in the same place.
I'm usually when I'm around her, I think it's just
because she's always stayed in another girl.
I'm disgusted.
She's always stayed in another state, so no, we ain't never synced up.
Another state. Oh my God.
I moved a lot. You know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was your least favorite place?
Fort Hood, Texas.
Was it the heat? The driving, the fact that they do U-turns on the highway, what was it that was just this is not for me?
It was a very unsafe environment. There was a lot of different factors going on in that neighborhood. A lot of soldiers coming up missing, different things. So psychologically, I don't think necessarily the state or the heat or because I love Texas, you know what I'm saying? But I love living down in Texas. That was probably one of the most toxic work environments I've ever had to perform in.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Also, just to double check, if you don't want to talk about that at all, that's totally fine. I will cut it out.
No, it's a part of who I am.
Okay, I appreciate
One thing about me, I don't water down no parts.
All right now. Straight shots, no chaser.
I love it.
Don't help me. Because you would take it too
that's
far.
why we never synced. See what I'm saying? We never synced. That's why right there.
I mean, you got to tell every Aries that. That's fair. I understand that.
Excuse me?
I'm just saying, Shanon. As a Scorpio, I understand.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Chaos, chaos.
Yeah.
Real recognize real.
I heard the chaos more than the real, but you know.
What?
I heard you said chaos, chaos. That's why I said I heard that.
Oh, she's Gemini. All right, we'll move on. we'll move on. You blink twice if you need help, okay? Oh, Jesus. Woody! I'm sorry.
Okay, hurry up. On the dash, please.
Yeah. So today's episode is going to be about friendships, and we're going to be talking about friendship fatigue. You know, it's when you get kind of exhausted in a relationship, and I feel like lately a lot of people are now starting to talk about platonic relationships and how sometimes when you have to quote unquote break up with someone, it can be very emotionally draining. And so I wanted to talk to you guys today because your platform kind of is beautiful to watch. It's just like two friends who love each other, who support each other, who's like rooting for each other, you know, getting certifications, businesses. Like, you guys are really just, first of all, I love seeing Black women like come together. So like that's like, love us so much. But I love the relationship and I love the message where it's like no matter what, you could say anything to your friend and be openly vulnerable and honest with them, and the relationship is not affected in like a really negative way or in a really, you know, it just takes a left. And so I wanted to know, like, what would you guys say are like the tips and tricks? Like, what is it about to how do you guys like keep your friendship like so strong?
For me, I look at it like when it's over, it's over. I don't care if it's a platonic relationship, a romantic relationship. I think sometimes a lot of people, they run into the issue where they just don't let stuff go. And I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I think you and I were actually talking about it the other day. Like, sometimes you just grow differently. You grow apart. Like, my life is over here, your life is over there. That doesn't mean anything negative about our lives. We just don't necessarily gel the same way we used to. And I think one thing that's kind of made me and Shanon actually, I would say our friendship has grown stronger over the years just because our lives have taken similar paths. So the more I think that we are growing, we seem to be growing in that same area. So it definitely makes a difference to me.
Yeah. I think for us, we have a lot of compassion for each other, too. Like, it's a major understanding with each other's lifestyles. We both know we're busy. We both know we're parents. We both know we have businesses. So it's like having grace. I think we just talked about that in our last episode. Just having grace with each other. Like, I know you got a lot going on, but I'm going to check on you. And if you don't want to talk, I understand that. Because sometimes I don't want to talk. But when we do, we're celebrating each other. We're loving on each other. And we're talking about whatever it is, whether it's indifferent or not. You know, we're always there for each other. And I think sometimes friends don't understand that we're not alike. We're not twins. We're not the same person.
And you're not supposed to be.
And exactly.
Right.
And so it has to be a balance. And I think sometimes we forget that we balance each other out. We're not the same person. We balance each other out. So I'm not going to be like you. You're not going to agree with me. But as long as we have that understanding, that it kind of keeps us together. It's like that glue that keeps us together. Yeah.
That's well said. Look at you.
Wow, you got away with words.
I'll toast to that. I'll toast to myself. I'll bring it back.
Don't bring it back, please.
You get one too.
Cheers. So even with like giving grace and in your friendships, I am very curious. Like, have you ever like had a friend that you just feel like you're like, I don't know, like what's going on here? Like it just starts getting, you start feeling like it's off. Like what would you do? Like how do you have that conversation with them, you know, without feeling like it's gonna be detrimental to the relationship?
I can speak about that because it's actually happened to me before. Well, actually probably more than once. But one time it actually affected me. Like, you know, you care. You want everybody to go with you. You want everybody to grow with you. Yeah. And I think once the energy starts to feel different, I start to feel different. Yeah. And like I don't want to feel like I got to be extra to be friends with my friend. Like a friendship should be a natural platonic love. You know, when I show up, you show up. When you show up, I show up. When I feel like you trying too hard or I gotta try too hard, we different.
Yeah.
And I think, like, for me, it's any relationship. Even when it comes to, like, retirement, people ask me why I'm retiring. When it's done, it's done. I don't care what it is. You know, if the energy feels different, the love feels different, it's different.
Yeah.
You know, so sometimes you just have to learn to move on.
Yeah. God, I wish certain rappers could do that. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wait, I didn't say all that. Really quick, I know we're talking about friendships, but let me tell you how. So, I'm not going to believe that Drake is the baby father. And I don't know why this narrative keeps happening. But I'm going to let you know. To any woman who's ever been pregnant, how are y'all sucking the whole stomach in and y'all don't feel the baby don't kick back? Like, bro, stop. Like, no, y'all just vibe
At
out.
a certain size, no, it doesn't. It's a muscle, so all you do is just tighten the muscle. It's protected inside of the
I mean, if she is pregnant by him, I say cheers to her, because way to secure the bag.
I mean, it is. I mean, oh my God. Don't do it.
Won't he do it?
That's what he do it. Not saying that she is or she.
I mean, if she is, I'm like,
She did say boy or girl, and then she at SZA, because SZA was like holding her stomach. So I'm gonna assume.
No, I think she's pregnant, but I'm saying like not saying that it's his or.
I don't know. But
I mean, if it is, it is.
I mean, that's a win for her.
I mean, it would be, but also.
I mean, it's Drake. It's Drake. After all, you know, I mean, it's nothing wrong with that.
I know,
so.
but it's like also when
Baby name be Arbor Jr., boy or girl. I don't care.
Correct. It's a win-win.
I mean, he did say Adonis needed a sister, so
it's a win-win.
leave it up to God. So
that's my catchphrase for the year. When you see me, you better say what's up.
Ski.
It just flow.
I'm with it.
So talking to y'all today is like bringing me life. Oh my gosh, I should
good.
So really quick, I want to talk about the differences between platonic and romantic relationships. Now, whenever you've had to end up, like, which one do you feel like takes more of an emotional toll on you? The romantic relationship or the platonic relationship?
I'll let her speak. I'm a little heartless.
To me,
I wasn't asking you that question.
For me.
I just wanted to let you know that.
Both of them out.
This was not.
She just
done
like,
and done.
I just wanted to, like, I was not speaking to you. I was speaking directly to her.
She's more of the carer of the group.
I was just going to say, for me, I think it all depends on the person. And I'm such a lover girl. And so, like, for me, my French, if I love you, I love you. And so I've been hurt both ways, and it feels the exact same to me because the emotions were exactly
Who
the
I need
same.
to fight?
Yeah, that was years ago.
Oh, okay.
But like because you were right here to me, I never would have thought that we would never not be right here. You would never be right here.
Yeah.
And you were the closest thing to me, so I thought I never had to worry about you. And then for me to be like, well, dang, you're not who I thought you were. To me, not just as a person, but who I thought you were to me. It hurts. It hurts really bad because you have to kind of like put things in perspective. You got to kind of figure things out. You got to see them for what they are now and not who they appeared to be or what they were or what you thought they were. And you have to reprogram yourself to see them for what they're showing you right now. And that hurts because I only know you for who I love. I don't know you from you not loving me. Right now, she's like, but it's like,
and you're speaking to my soul right now.
Yeah.
I feel like romantic relationships, with the exclusion of the one I'm in now, this is someone that I've always wanted to be with. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it's my person.
That's right.
Yeah. Love Taurus men. Yeah. I will say, like, the way a platonic relationship does. If you're my best friend, my ride or die, and like all of a sudden, like, we just break up, I'm listening to every breakup song out ever, like, and mind you, the Emancipation of Mimi is my favorite album. Like, Mariah Carey's my all-time. Changed my life. There's not a single skip, but I will listen to that album on repeat. I will listen to breakup songs. I feel it's just always so interesting when I talk to people about this because lately, especially on social media, I'm seeing a lot more people talk about friend breakups. Mm-hmm. Just so weird because we always talk about how people feel after the romantic aspect, but when you have like I feel like with friends, especially with women, I feel like it's different because you're bearing your soul to someone. You're being vulnerable. bro, being vulnerable for me makes me sick.
Yeah.
I can't, like, it's so hard for me.
Over here.
Not me.
Man, that's crazy that she's talking. I can't.
She literally just told me, she was like, I don't do that.
I don't know Aries women say that. She's gonna cry
That's
later
true.
in the car.
That's true.
She's gonna
Don't
cry later in the
tell
car.
my business.
But
Don't tell my business, please.
you wanted to lie on mic. I can't.
That's true.
Come on, Shanon.
Sometimes you gotta
Shanon,
call
why
the
can't you
cab.
let me help you? Help me help you.
Oh God.
It's just I just really appreciate having the conversation with you guys because, as I've said, romantic relationships are cute or whatever, but platonic relationships, that's where you like bare your soul to people.
Yeah.
And it's just so interesting. So like, how would you cope if you had like a really rough friend breakup with someone that you really cared about?
So that's interesting that you say you listen to certain songs. I listen to gospel songs. So whenever I'm going through something, I try to stay positive because the music you listen to will shift you, right? Whatever you listen to, you're going to shift.
Right.
And so for me, I know it's happening for a reason. I have to recognize that everything happens for a reason. And you can't necessarily get mad at them. You can't blame them. You definitely can't blame yourself. You just have to understand that where you are in your life right now, they no longer fit. You no longer fit in theirs. And so gospel music kind of helps me understand that because it takes me off of them being the problem and like what the problem actually is. And it's just, God is my friend.
I know, that's right, worship
God is
music.
my
Let's
friend.
go.
Yeah, so.
Praise him.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true because I was listening to a lot of gospel. Whenever I'm really like going through, I mean, lately I've been listening to a lot of different Christian mixes, which side note, Christian rap, but it's been really, music will really change your entire mind shift. And it's incredible. So I appreciate that reminder.
Yeah,
too.
it changes your energy. What you listen to, you putting it inside. So it changes
What
your
you
whole
feed
energy.
yourself.
Yeah, you're feeding yourself that. So
that explains why men act like Drake. Got it.
Correct. In future. Correct.
You know what? I'm not Navadius will pay for his crimes one day, and we will do another episode.
Oh man,
we will do another episode about Navadius and Aubrey's crimes because
My God.
no, we will use government names
Not the government.
because him brings us to the end of the show. Shanon, Jocelyn, you guys. We have to do this again. We are going to do this again.
Definitely.
Of course.
You
Thank you
guys,
so much
we
for
love
thinking of us.
everything that you are putting out
keep
there.
going.
We need
Much
more
success to
women
you.
to empower other women.
You are doing it, girl.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Thank you for your platform.
Please promote yourselves. I'm just so honored to be here with you guys.
On major streaming networks from Apple Podcasts to iHeartRadio to Google Podcasts. You can also get us on Spotify and you can also get us on Anchor FM. So we everywhere you want to be. And then check us out on YouTube. We like to change outfits. We get a little fancy. I don't always wear my cap.
I had a whole comment for that, but I'm gonna leave that joke alone. I'm really
Say that for the next episode.
Next show. All right, y'all. This is Maybe It's Me. My name is Jazz. See you next time.
All right. Bye.
What's up, friends?
Cheers, y'all.